What's going on, guys? My name's Nate. This is a 10-foot box truck that I'm going to be turning into a camper van. So the first thing I need to do, well actually, I already installed the vent fans, but I have another video where I did a vent fan install, so I wasn't going to do a second one just for this. It'd be the same thing. First thing I need to do is take this door off. It's a roll-up door, and I want to replace it with just a solid door that has like a traditional, some type of regular door. I don't know what that'd be called, but you know what I mean, like a door with a handle and something that doesn't roll up. And then I think I'm going to cut this into pieces, like these separate pieces, probably cut it right on this hinge, and then roll them off the back. So I need to pull that off, and then I'll just cut that with a metal cutoff and then pull it off in sections, and I think that should work just fine. There we go. All right, easy enough. So now that that's gone, those wheels should be able to just slide right off. I'm gonna get the other side. I'm gonna shut myself in here. Oh, I have this piece of wood to block that hole so that it doesn't actually lock me in, because that would be a bummer. There we go. And since the vent fan's in there, we got a little bit of light. So I'm gonna cut just right here. Oh, looks like there's 4. So 4 across. And then that top piece should just slide right off. And I'll just do it a little piece at a time. And it's already getting warm in here. So let's do this. I'm not sure if I got it, but oh, I did. Sick. So cool, easy enough. 4 more pieces to go. Okay, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't need to do them all separate. I can definitely hold 2 of those at once. The door's not super heavy. So instead of cutting all of them, I'm just gonna do this middle one and then pull those 2 off and then the bottom 2. And that should be good. The bottom one will probably come with it, but it'll be fine because it'll stop at the top of the opening. I don't want to cut that yet because I don't want it to wind up and like hit me. But the bottom one is pulling up and getting in the way. Oh, there we go. Now that can work. Okay. I do want it opened all the way up, so that way the cable is pretty much wound as high as it'll go, and then I'll just cut the cable. wheel fell. Looking at this corner, I noticed this rod has some pins in it holding it on this side. But this side, I think it just slides through the end. This bracket is just holding this piece on. So I think if I take that bracket off, I can just cut this rod right down the middle. And I know like one side should slide off. The other side, I might have to get those pins out, which could be a pain just because it's kind of not in an easy spot to reach. But let's take the bracket off, cut it in half, and then just go from there. We'll figure it out. All right, how's that? Just half of it, as I expected. And all right, I'm gonna have to pull those pins, but the nice thing, since it's released now, is that I could rotate that. So now we can see those pins. So I'm able to pinch them and then pull them out the other side. Got it. I did say this already, but I think the easiest way to take this track down is just gonna be to split into that, I think it's a rivet. I don't think it's bolted on. But either way, I have no way to unscrew it. So just cutting into the top of it and then should be able to rip that right off. I don't know if this is working. So I'm gonna try and come it like straight across the head of it. I was trying to cut into it, but it's not working. So yeah, I'll try just cutting straight across. And then if that doesn't work, I'll just cut the bracket and then figure it out from there. All right, that definitely worked. And it popped right down on this side. So instead of cutting up into it like that, I just came in right under the top of that plate. Just cut it flat. Oh, it looks like there's two there. That one there and that one there. And it looks like that's a separate piece from the bottom. So once I cut those two, I think that top rail should come off. I can't even get to that. All right, plan B. I'm just gonna cut the top part off. And then I might just leave that in. I had to bend that to be able to cut behind it. So I'll just take a hammer and pound that back into place. But got the bulk of it off. So that wall is nice and clear now. I'll do the same thing to the other side and then show you where we're at. And I'm sweating because it is hot. The other half came off significantly easier than the first half, but I think that's typically just how these things go. So there's still like these little brackets that I'm gonna cut off, but that's basically it. Got this open space now that I'll use to frame out like a traditional door. And yeah, see that in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow along with the build, and let me know if you have any questions.